Welcome everybody, my name is Ryan and this is Vintage Story, episode number 50 of my second ever playthrough of the game. And we are here standing in our little cottage. It is very early in the morning and I've been doing a bit of work here between episodes, but don't worry, not much progression, just some boring stuff. But, well, I guess you could call this progression here because now we've got almost a full suite of steel tools. There's the original pickaxe. I've now got a shovel, shears, knife, axe as you can see, and I even whipped up a very mean and nasty looking falx blade here out of steel. So yeah, I didn't realize just how jagged edged this one was. Of course, I've been using the... Will this fit under here? Yeah, the Blackguard short sword made of iron, and it served me well. You know, this is the weapon I defeated the boss of the Resonance Archives with. But, yeah, I think it's time to upgrade here. And I have to get used to it because it is a bit of a different mechanic. This has more of like a swing, whereas that one's more of a stab. But yeah, it'll be interesting to try it out. Nonetheless, we're not going to be doing any story content today, but we are going to be getting geared up for it. So in addition to this, let's step over to the blacksmith and we'll take a look at some of the preparations I've made. Because, of course, if you're new, or maybe you've missed a few episodes just tuning in for the first time, we do know the location of the Lazarette. So that would be the next story location after the Resonance Archives. It's a pretty decent little scroll. But, you know, we've got a lot of ocean in this world, so we're going to construct a sailboat, which will be our second one. Shouldn't take me too long to whip up the second sailboat. And we'll head out there after we have made some steel chainmail. That's right, that's right. So you can see I've been busy up in the windmill, and then I've been bringing steel plates down here and hammering them into various chains. And it takes 20. I had to double check it on the wiki, but yeah, it's 20 chains to make chainmail, a full set, plus a little bit of leather too. I'm not currently wearing my chainmail. But, yeah, so we do have some iron, but this is going to be a big upgrade, I think, and let's take a look at our progress here. 73% complete on our, what I think is our fourth batch of steel. Oh my gosh, I'm already losing track here, but yeah, it's going really well. So we've got a lot of stuff to do today. Obviously, we're kind of just killing a little bit of time until that gets to 100%, and then we'll have to pop back up to the windmill. But yeah, we've got a lot of duties and tasks that we can get to. So you can see I've got a few tools in my hotbar, some building materials. We're going to take a step through our translocator that's here in the kitchen. I really need to build a room just for this, but I will eventually. There's actually a couple particular stone types I want, but we'll get to that later. For now, though, before we do step through there, let's take one look at the new blue cheese cellar. So a couple commenters helped me out, gave me some pointers. And one of the Patreons too, Wiz, thank you. So we're looking at what I hope is going to be a successful blue cheese cellar. Now, the trapdoor, just moving snow. This is only here so I don't fall in this hole as I'm running back and forth. So it serves no other purpose except to prevent me from falling in. But essentially, let me just remove a couple blocks. I don't think I'll hurt anything. Yeah, you can kind of see. So my previous construction just had one bend in it. This one now has two bends. So you can see that one bends and the tunnel goes down below our feet, and then it bends again and goes over. So I did in fact have to dig it, I think, another 3 levels deeper than I originally had it. So it's a pretty decent depth here. But that was just because of the way, you know, I designed it. Let's go down though, if I can fit. I need to, there we go. And boom. So we do have a little bit of cheese in here being tested. It's got about 10 days left to finish, and I don't know. If it turns into cheddar cheese, then I know I will have failed. I'll need to continue to make adjustments, but I'm definitely determined to make blue cheese just so I can say that I have, you know. And again, if you're unfamiliar, maybe new, it's dependent on light levels. You have to have an open air spot. You need at least one block open to the air, but the light that comes in needs to be low enough not to turn it into cheddar cheese, and blue cheese needs real low high levels. But anyway, so we've covered that. Like I said, it is early morning, very cold here, so let's make like a little bird and fly south for the winter, people. Here we go. Boom. Oh my gosh. So we've got our second translocator there. That's a bit of an experiment still. You can see it takes me to that location, which I'm trying to figure out if I can make like a temporal storm drifter killing, I don't know, we'll see it, farm of some sort. But yeah, work in progress. Nonetheless, I have been doing some other work here. We've got these awesome splitter plugs from the Quarry mod. We'll be using those too later. And, oh, look at this. I've got a proper staircase. Ooh, the bunnies. We're going to have a chat about bunny rabbits here shortly, but take a look. Oh, so I've started to lay out the farmland. Of course, this is, I mean, this whole area is just like in permanent summer as far as I understand it. So, or spring maybe is better. So we can grow, what, I assume year-round here? Gosh, who needs a greenhouse when you've got translocators, right? So I've actually used some of our fertilizer. I went pretty crazy in some spots. But yeah, I was waiting for you guys before I started the planting process. So I'm also going with like a different mindset. And what I mean by that, when building these roadways, I'm going to try and keep them as straight as I can for as long as I can. So long straightaways. And the turns, instead of being a 90 degree, I'm going to try and make it a softer turn. And that's specifically for the elk. Because I've realized, you know what? The elk would be so much more suited to this base than the one up north, and at some point I want to buy a second elk and have one at both locations, so we will do that. But I'm going to try to get him through the translocator today. In fact, we'll do that right now, because what I'd like to do to prevent the rabbits, because there's a ton of them, yeah, from eating my crops, we're going to head to the jungle biome. There's one over here. Maybe we'll see some pandas, but we're definitely going to collect some bamboo. And I really want to build with bamboo here at this location. So that is what we're going to make our fence out of and protect it from those rabbits, which, like I say, I've seen an absolute ton of the things at this spot. All right, here we are back in the winter wonderland, and hello, there he is. What are you doing over here, walking through the wall? Let's get you out of here. All right, good, he's got a fence post or two in his bag. Let's go. Yeah, the quick third person, that's always actually helpful to me. And man, these guys are so quick, but when you've got them on full sprint, yeah, turning is a little bit of a pain. And get you into that open plane. God, I think I can get him into the house. I hope so. We should be able to lead him on the leash, if nothing at all. But yeah, we'll just clip ourselves through a little bit. Okay, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, but let's just try and do it like this. I don't think it's working. Oh, okay, that worked. All right, let's go. Okay, wait, now we need to get him. There it is. Get back on him quick enough. Hey, we did it. Because I think if we leave him there too long, he'll just warp back. So, yay. Thanks again to the commenters. Because I just assumed he wouldn't go. But I shouldn't do that, should I? Should always test things out. But again, thanks to you guys for encouraging me. And here we go. Look at this. Let's go get some bamboo, people. Avoid the hot spots. There's a couple. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we're looking good. Brought a little bit of food with me. We've got our axe. Although most of these tools, should be noted, are still iron. I'm just kind of going through, you know, what I had left. But, oh boy. Alright, so we've got a bit of a jungle dead ahead. Can I access his gear or his bags while I'm on him? I don't think so. That's okay. Oh, you know what else? I really need to keep his flute ground. I'll have to go back and get that. Yeah, that's back at home. For a long time, I was keeping it with me, but then, like, I never used him. So I think we're going to use him a lot more here. Okay, so tiny little bitty jungle. What's that? But you know what? For our purposes, that might be good, because we're not really looking for some massive thing right now. I do want to explore, like, a big, extensive jungle and see some of the different types of creatures and stuff. But alright, so let's get in here. We'll grab a quick fence post, just one, and tie him up. I think it's fairly safe to say he's not going to go too far, but even if I didn't, I mean, but yeah, without the whistle, let's not risk it. So, wow. Man, I thought the giant redwoods were big. That's a big old, what is this, acacia tree? So what we're looking at here? Kapok. Oh. Okay, so why did we come here? For bamboo. I think I see some on the other side. Let's go through a little bit. I'm probably going to grab some of this wood here too. Gosh, maybe I was looking at vines or something. Now I'm not seeing any. Ooh, these are really pretty. They're just, I guess, these are ferns, I assume, but beautiful. Alright, yeah, I think I thought this was bamboo. That's just massive amounts of vines. You know what? This is actually going to come incredibly in handy, now that I think about it, for drying the pig meat that we're going to have an absolute crap ton of soon. Yeah, because we got many generations of pigs that are going to be culled shortly, but, hello. Yeah, this stuff we can actually whip into, I think it's twine. Let's look at it. Yeah, this right here, cordage. Primitive survival. This we can truss up that meat with, so I don't have to use, like, my good linen or flax stuff, you know. Alright, anyway, that's not why we came, so kapok leaves. There's the kapok seed tree. Let's collect a little bit of this so I can, yeah, whip it up on some boards using the saw that we brought, and we'll be able to start gauging what we want to use in our buildings. But, alright, I'll cut a few trees down, and then we're going to head to maybe a bigger jungle that actually has some bamboo. Okay, we have definitely got bamboo in this location. Yeah, for sure. So we're going to chop that here in a moment, but a little bit of a mystery here. Probably stupid me, but I can't figure out how to take his rope off. Yeah, I got the post taken down, but I can't get this rope off him. All I can do is attach and detach, the various different things, but the rope doesn't come off, and it's super annoying because it, like, restricts his movement. See that? It's weird. I've done this before, but it just broke eventually as I was running. But this is annoying, and it's not breaking. I don't know how to detach it. Do I need to... I don't even know how to pick it up anymore. Like, the rope itself is just like... Oh, shit. I hit him accidentally. Gotta be careful here. Gets mad at me when I do that. I mean, yeah, see, he's still attacking me. God damn, he's gonna kill me. Let's just ride out his aggression, you know, get that out of his system. But either way, let me know down in the comments. It's probably very simple. Just have to aim, like, at the end of the rope, but I can't seem to find it. Either way, let's get down. Don't attack me. Alright, I think he's chill now. Yeah. Anyway, I'm about to die, but we're okay. Let's see. Just hope there's no aggressive panda bears. Oh, I heard something. Oh, it's these guys. Okay. Whew. Oh, wow, there's a lot of them coming from down there. What the hell, man? Let's try the new Falks. 3 shots. Okay, it's the same. I actually like this because already I can tell it's quicker. You guys gonna sit there and throw rocks at me, or? Alright, well, we'll ignore them for now. Let's make sure to get these bamboo shoots, too, because we'll want to start our own crop of bamboo pretty close to home. Oh, you little jerk. Where you going? Don't even think about going for the elk. Oh, that's actually a really fast attack swing. Yeah, the Blackguard short sword has a bit of like a cooldown animation to it as he's like pulling his arm back, I would say. Yeah, that definitely makes it slower. Alright, let's see if we can get temporal gears. We're always on the lookout for more gears at this point. Thanks to that Translocator Relocator mod. Oh yeah, we're going to be wanting to get our hands on as many of those as possible. Because you know what? I've been thinking there's no reason we have to have just 2 bases. We could have more. And I think if we were to travel, well, several thousand blocks to the north, we might be able to come across some interesting wildlife like polar bears. And of course, it's not going to be very hospitable terrain, but now I'm starting to get ambitions for a northern base, people. Oh, come on. And of course, you know, I just want to be able to say that I did see the polar bears. Maybe there's some interesting trees up there we could get our hands on, but either way, I can dream. So let's stay focused here. I'll get a couple more stacks of this bamboo. I just have to be real careful not to get killed. Oh yeah, we definitely need to get some protection down there. So first thing I noticed after I started to clear that land right there is, wow, there's a lot of rabbits in this area. Makes sense though, it's a beautiful place to live. Even the trader thinks so. But alright, so I did a little bit of inventory management. I cleared out all the kapok wood. We're going to actually, let's cut some of that up first. I have a feeling this is going to look like birch, but I really don't know. It is a light color. Let's give it a little whirl and see what this looks like down here. Yeah, very birch-like. It's almost like a cross between birch and maple, isn't it? Or birch and pine, possibly. It's not bad. So we'll keep that in our back pocket. I got a lot of that, but I do want to primarily use bamboo. Oh, yeah, that's going to look cool. Now let's get some bamboo blocks going. Definitely. Oh, we're going to need a lot of those. Crap, I'm going to have to go back and get more. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. What I wanted to do was maybe a base like this. Oh, that's actually a really cool design. Like, I like the top of that. You stare at it too long, you start to go blind, but your vision starts to blur. But that's an interesting shade, or just overall pattern. Could use that as some sort of decorative, I think. But either way, yeah. So I wanted to kind of go along, and let's grab this. Of course, we're going to need to go too high with this, but that's all right. Let's just knock it out. See what this first little stage looks like here. Huh? Uh-oh. I'm losing it, people. I'm losing my touch. Alright, well, it's all messed up here. It's weird. It doesn't connect whenever it's... Okay, there it goes. Yeah, that's not too bad looking. What it looks like from the outside. Oh, yeah. And, of course, we'll need to go all the way down and around. Get out of here, rabbit. Yep. And I'm going to work on some sort of gate here. I'll probably use doors, though, because, yeah, this is going to be self-contained. I'm not going to build the fence, like, all the way up the stairs. We'll see, but, okay, so that's a start. Let's definitely go get some more. And also, I want you to note, I'm bringing the iron shears, because when we were over there the first time, I happened to find something interesting, and I've marked it here. So let's go take a look at what that is. Okay, whoops. And we are here at the site of a massive tree. Look at the size of this thing. Oh yeah, let's go back into first person. And at first I didn't know what to make of this thing. I was gonna cut it down straight away, call down there, and then I approached it. Check this out. Clear away some of the vines. We're looking at a purple heart tree. So this is, I think, a variant of an ebony tree, but look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Oh, this is amazing. Yeah. I would never make support beams with this. This is going to be too precious for that, but look, you can make a purple raft. What? It's such a bright purple, too. Almost unnatural, but no, that's heresy. This is the most natural thing in the world. Look at it. I love it. So that's why I brought the shears, because we are going to cut it down. Don't be too sad, because what we're going to do is very carefully get every single leaf off of this, and all the vines too as a bonus. But yeah, I'm hoping I at least get a handful of seeds out of it, right? And we're certainly going to get a bunch of wood, because this is a behemoth. Oh, it's old as prehistory here. Probably was a sapling when the dinosaurs ruled the earth. Alright, well, there's not much to look at while doing this. It's just me building a bunch of dirt scaffolding and cutting leaves. But hopefully, when I bring you back, we'll have a little bit of a treasure. Wow, wow, wow. Man, this is a massive tree, let me tell you. And I have fallen a couple of times. So I don't think I'm going to go up to the very top there. Although there's a few little limbs left and leaves. But let's just run around here grabbing everything. But believe it or not, out of that entire massive tree, almost, leaf-wise, I got one single seed. Look at that. Purple heart. It's a very unassuming looking little seed, isn't it? But, well, that thing is still a treasure. So, let's go ahead and do the dirty deed. We're going to have to cut her down. Oh, yeah. Even with most of the leaves gone, it's still a chore, but that's okay. Yeah, hopefully this will give us a massive amount of wood. And, oh, look at it. Oh, yeah, we might get another seed out of this, too, but I'm not holding out too much hope. That little bit of ebony wood I got when we originally landed here, I did not get a seed for that tree, so we're still looking for ebony. Yeah, look at that. Just the one. Oh, well. We ended up with several stacks of it to start with, and you know, I've actually been planting a bunch of maple and oak and birch trees here back home. Kind of, I did it along this line here by this mountain. But, yeah, just for wood. So we're definitely going to lay this thing down. And I guess I'll leave my little tower. It's a monument to the Purple Heart Tree. Okay, this is progress for sure. But, I have to make another trip for more bamboo. Stuff definitely doesn't stretch very far, does it? But let's go ahead and place our purple tree together. Alright, we'll just put it right over here, kind of close to the end. Yeah, I like that. Really, what I want to do too is span this road. And let's go to this end. I've already measured it out, because I want to have plenty of room to expand our agricultural zone. So we're going to turn here. It's the same distance, so I should be able to mirror what we've got over here versus the other side. So yeah, you can see I'm going to need a whole lot of bamboo because we're just about out. But we've got some chores to do back at home at the other base. So let's take a look at the elk. I didn't mean to get on them. Purple heart. Let's take some of the sticks. I don't need all these sticks here. Everything else can stay. Give me that dirt. Yeah, we're going to do something with that purple wood for sure. Actually, let me grab a stack of it just to have this back at home, you know. Maybe I can make a purple raft with it or something. I actually like that idea. All right, yeah, let's step through. And, oh, I've still got some bamboo. That's no worries. I think I can put it away. Oh, look, I've got a little spare. Alright, I also brought some berry bushes. And look at that, the very first sunflower seeds. We'll grab those, take those home. Don't know if I'm going to be growing any of that. I'm definitely going to be growing flax. We've got a whole bunch of fruit trees still to place and olive trees as well. So we got to get to that. And there's the seeds. So we got a lot of work to do. Anyway, like I said, let's get home, milk the goats and the sheep, and make sure that the steel furnace is still fired up. Okay, first things first. Yep, she still hasn't had her baby yet, so no need to milk her. Okay. Yep, she's pregnant. You know what? Thank you to everybody who reminded me that I can use flax for the goats and the sheep too. Oh, good. God, this is obscene, the amount of pigs we have. But there's no babies left, so we can Yeah, call these, but I don't know what it is with my brain. Sometimes I forget. Like, I knew that I could do that, believe it or not. I had just forgotten, and I'd become so reliant on grass. But, yeah, so you can see I've been going through the feed, keeping them all fed. I think she might have 1 day left of lactation. Nope, I missed it. Darn it. She is pregnant, but her lactation is ended. Well, that's okay. You can see all the girls are pregnant, but none of them are given any milk now, so that's okay. Not to worry. Cheese production, we'll just have to let that halt for now, but let's go check on the steel furnace. Oh yeah, and the birds down there at the end, they're doing okay. I'm just not really worried about birds or eggs at the moment. Okay, let's see, what percent are we at? 89. Oh, and it looks like it's run out of coal, so we'll give it a full stack, or 2, I should say. Yeah. Alright, let's light them up. Gotta get at it from an angle. Oops. There we go. Okay, come on. There it is. 89%. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, and I'm really pushing for that set of armor, because I want to get some more story progress done. I think steel is probably overkill, certainly, for the second story location, but I don't care. I want to go in there like a steel-clad god. Man, oh man, this could be something out of a horror setting. Look at the pigs we've got. So yeah, I almost forgot. This is the last chore we've got to do, is go through and cull these pigs. And of course, I'm going to preserve most of the meat, but geez, look at this. So I'll spare you guys the bloody work here, but I'll show you how much finished product we end up with. Whoo, boy, man, oh man, that literally took me most of the day to do that, but look at this loot. Oh my gosh, we've got so much meat now. Yeah, I only left, of course, our original male, that's Generation 0, but once again, the generation is always inherited from the mother. So we've still got 2 Gen 6 females, so we're working on Gen 7, and I'm going to need to feed them. I'm just going to leave the bones in here. They'll eventually despawn. Man, I almost broke my knife. I kind of wish I would have, because we got that steel replacement, but let's get these 3 fed, because I do want them to start mating immediately. I mean, I really butchered, most of them, because, I mean, we're not going to be needing meat for a long time, but I still want to get them up to Generation 10. So, there we go. Now, let's warp down to the basement, and yeah, like I said, we've got to preserve this stuff. Okay, and here we are. So, first things first, let me just dump off these skins. Yeah, you can see I haven't been keeping up with them, but I have a decent amount of leather, although I'm starting to think I should probably make some more, but obviously I got to prepare up the tannin and stuff, so I'll do that later. But let's take a quick step in here. Gosh, I think I need to go upstairs and get that rope. Look at this. So I am prepared. Now that I figured out how these actually work, I definitely made a bunch of them, just because I knew we'd be getting an obscene amount of meat. So this, oh look, it's ready to go. We've got delicious sausages. How many of these will stack? But good for 4 years almost here. Yeah, very nice. And let's look at the satiety. Let's see, I think we need to chop these up. Dried sausage. Is that what we do? Simmer ingredient. Oh, maybe we cook it. Okay. Bakes in the oven. Huh. My first time making sausage, obviously. Now, my question is, wait a sec, could I maybe mix in some veg or some meat? Or, I mean, fruit with the sausage? See what's... Okay, so we turn it into smashed red meat, that's right. And then from smashed, we chop it into nuggets. Cheesy red meat sausage. There we go. Okay, so how does that work? Oh, I imagine, yeah, in the mixing bowl. Okay, so fat, nuggets, and cheddar cheese. Cool. We've definitely got that. So this is going to be a fun little experiment in cooking. All right, let's grab some of the cheese. You can see I've been working pretty dutifully with this cheese here. We'll grab a few of them. Yeah, 4 sounds like a good number. Okay, now the cured sausage, we're not going to really be doing anything with that, so I think I'll just stick it in here for now with our salted meats. All right, let's get upstairs to the mixing bowl, and my rolling pin is also up here, so we'll grab that. Let's be careful not to step through the translocator, and we want to smash, smash, smash. How do we do it? There we go. Oh my gosh. We'll start with just 3 stacks, but I mean, I'm going to have to do something with all the meat, obviously. I might whip up some crock pots too. That's at least quick food, you know. And, alright, so enough talking. Let's use our beautiful knife. Oh, there it is. It's broken. Alright, give me the steel knife. Haha. Alright, this will cut through any meat right here, this baby. Whew, this is going to be a lot. Okay, so we've done that. Now we need to cut the cheese. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Alright, we'll put that down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, this is true chefery right here, people. Gastronomy at its finest. Alright, chop, chop, chop. Boop. Now, it really is satisfying when you make the ingredients from scratch, you know, grow them yourself, raise the animals. Oh my gosh, could it be better? Okay, so now, can I open it? What's going on? Oh, there it is. Okay, so put that in there. Oh, okay. I think we can do something like that, and then, no, wait a second. Let me set this up properly. Okay, there we go. I think is that the most I can do? I don't know, let's see if we can double it up. Just, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of sorting here, but not to worry. Also, we definitely don't have enough cheese for this. No, and I have to do it by hand because I obviously don't have this hooked up. But yep, not to worry. You can see the outcome pretty quick and easy, and I'm just going to make sausage out of the rest of the stuff we chopped up. And yeah, I might have to spend tomorrow cooking too, but not to worry. We're going to get back to our little garden paradise here shortly. The cooking is done, and sadly, I have to put the building on hold, at least temporarily, because we now have our 5th batch of steel just started, and you know what that means. I've got 16 blister steel in my inventory, so I have replaced all the blocks, obviously. There was about 4 or so that broke. You can see the slight difference here in the tier 3s, so, you know, I don't think, I've only got 18, and I'm out of titanium ore right now, so I doubt I would have enough to fully replace the structure, but I've certainly got enough tier 1s to stretch it out for a while until we can find more titanium, so I'm not worried. But yeah, so as promised, we've got to get this steel armor. Yeah, so I technically only need 3 more to complete the set, but if we want to repair it, we're going to need like a handful of extra chain. So I don't think I'll do all of these, but I've already got 4 ingots of steel up at the top, so let's head up there and start the process. And boom, here we are in the windmill. Haven't changed it up much except for updating the, the helve hammers and the anvils, but we've got some blister steel heating, some regular steel, so yeah. And the blister steel is not really hard to work by hand. It's very quick, not like a full bloom of iron, but of course I really wanted these just to mass produce those steel plates. It just makes armor production much quicker. But let's go downstairs real quick while we wait for those to heat up. I did a little bit of updating to this spider guy, not chiseling, he's still kind of as he was the whole time, but look down here. Ooh, I've made it even spookier now to go through. You can still get through here, but it definitely slows you down, and I've added some heads here of fallen victims. Oh man, probably fallen victims to the spider. Who knows? The suave-eyed spider. Yes, and we've still got a moment. It actually does slow you down quite a bit. I finally finished the walkway here. Let's just take a look at it. Haven't done any actual chiseling, but still fun to see this. Oh my gosh, there's the real horrors in the game right there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to add the fencing, but otherwise, this is going to be where we'll be able to sit here, meditate, and be surrounded by creepy statues and whatnot. We'll figure it out. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to work on the steel, get that done, and we're going to assemble this mighty steel armor together. Okay, here we go, finishing up the very last piece of chain. I actually changed my mind, decided not to worry about making any extras just yet, so I've still got 14 very hot ingots. Let's place those. Pure steel right there, baby. We could work those into anything. In fact, there's probably a few things I do still need to make, definitely, but let's not get distracted. Oh, there it is, a 5x4 little rectangle equaling 20 chains. So let me go ahead and pick them all up, and we'll get to the crafting grid. And we're ready to go, so let's do this. I brought a bunch of leather, and I've whipped up the jerkin ahead of time, both legs and the chest. No need with the helmet. So let's open up our little crafting just so I can do this quickly, efficiently, don't make mistakes. This is the easiest one right here. Again, no leather for the headpiece. Oh, there it is. We'll admire them all here in a moment, but yeah, let's finish this up. So boom. Now also, side tip, don't make the mistake I made the first time and make the leather armor by accident, because there's a couple different suits of, leather you can make, but make sure you make the jerkin, not the armor. Anyway, all right, let's stay focused here, and we're going to open that back up. So this, yeah, pretty straightforward recipe. We want 2 across there, and boom. Oh, it's all coming together now. And let's go back, check out the leg pieces. Quick, easy, and repair work, which, like I said, we just need a couple extra chains. And what am I missing? Oh, here we go. Bam. Yep. So we had the perfect amount, but like I said, we'll make more as we need them. Ho-ho. I'm hoping, with this durability, maybe we won't have to worry about it as often as like we did with the iron. Because although iron is pretty top tier stuff, it still does require a lot of repair work. But speaking of that, let's go compare these two. So I've always, oops, I just changed my helmet piece. What was that? Oh, am I getting shot? I'm getting attacked. Come here. Don't make me put my steel armor on. Yeah, I'm actually really liking the steel flux, whatever. Yeah, it's a nice weapon. Alright, so we'll put these in the inventory. We'll grab this snowy piece of gear, or set. Step inside so we don't get maimed and attacked. Alright, so we got head versus head. Chest, whoops, legs. Alright, what are we looking at here? Okay, 2,000 durability. Wow, more than doubled. So you got 800 originally across the board. Jeez. Flat damage reduction for iron is 1.3. Well, not a big bump, 1.4%. Protection, again, not a huge change there, 2%. Tier wise, well, it's just 3 to 4. Wow, and none of the penalties are any different, are they? Okay. Well, it's not a huge... I mean, the durability is big. Yeah, we definitely won't need to make that many chains for sure. But let's look at something here. So, if I was to make the next tier of armor... Let me look that up real quick. Okay, here we go. Yep, just as I thought. So we need scales. I've never made that. Repairs are pretty easy too. I think, is it going to be worth it? 1.6, 90% protection. I think it might be worth it to go up. Now that will definitely hinder us more in terms of our speed and hunger effectiveness, but that's worth it, isn't it? Okay, well, surprise, we're gonna level up even more before we go out. Yeah, might as well. And don't worry, I won't make you sit through all the boring parts of me hammering these out. I've never actually done scale, so I don't know the difference, but I presume using plates will speed up the process. So we'll get to that and stuff. And then, like I said, very soon, we're going to get to the lazarette. It'll take a little bit of sailing, but don't worry. Anyway, that's for another episode tonight. Let's go downstairs before we head over to the sunny parts of the world. And, whoops, I just want to show you. Oh, it's a bit gruesome in some ways, but there's a lot of sausage up here. Cheese filled and regular. So yeah, I filled every little one of those. And if we come over here, I actually discovered the recipe for pemmican too. So mashed pemmican. Stuff uses fruit, salt, meat, and fat. And it's good for 7.3 years. I ended up with way too much of these little meat nuggets, so that's what I used to make the stuff with. You can see, and you know, these trusses do not go on those hooks. I don't know what they're for. I think probably smoking, but either way, it's not a big deal. Like I said, let's put the armor away. Or wait, should I actually put it on first? Yeah, let's take a look at it. Alright, here we go. So I've got the Vanity options menu, and we will return those. Oh boy. Yeah, it looks pretty scary there. And it appears as though he's got a dark beard. That's not a dark beard, that's the mining mask. I don't really know what that does for him except offer a little bit of warmth to his face. So I've got it on there for the winter. But yeah, he's looking really nice. Got a beautiful bluish hue to it. The blue steel, right? I think that that necklace too stands out pretty well. Either way, I'll go ahead and pull this back up. Yeah, he looks even better too once we take the winter clothing off. But anyway, let's stop being vain and admiring the clothing. For now, it's time to put this away, and let's go take a look at some of the progress I've made over in the savannah. And a new day is dawning here. Oh, what is this? I have completed our fence now. It is going to be safe for us to plant some plants. But, oh my God, let me tell you people, this ebony wood is absolutely stunning. It is gorgeous, isn't it? Damn, it's nice. I haven't tried the purple stuff yet because I was just so taken with this, but I don't have a lot of it. It's back in the chest up there, but even the elk is impressed with it, and he's not impressed with anything usually, but this is definitely going to require a little bit more like elaborate setup here. I don't know. I have to go on a hunt for more of these trees and start to propagate it, you know, like we did with our little purple boy. Okay, so it is time to officially get these seeds in the ground, and we'll just start with the sunflowers, go right down the row. Rice, amaranth, cassava, soybean, and I'm sure I could plant a bunch of other stuff up here, you know, like flax and whatnot, but for right now at least, I'm going to keep this farm just for the stuff here that's native. It's not actually like I'm desperately in need of food or anything like that. I'm more seeking the variety. And if I did need some food or something, you know, we could always bring a stack of seeds up here too. But I've got so much pickled veg and cured meat and sausage now. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But, alright, it didn't get all the way down this second line with the fertilizer, so let's start back at this end. Here we go. Oh, it's like Stardew Valley sprinkling the fertilizer on there. I love it. Literally looks just like it. Alright, put that on there. Boom. Yep, that's it. We got a couple walnuts. So let's step out here. Brought a lantern up from the ship. It was just sitting down there in the water's edge doing nothing. Lighting up the fishes. So, yep, there's the purple heart. Will mature in about 103 days. Wow. I've never noticed that tooltip counter on there for trees. Huh. But I also went through and I planted about half of our fruit trees out here, of course, spaced with 8 blocks between them. I've been told that's the best way because each tree can have branches which will go out by 4, up to a maximum of 4 spaces. So in order to prevent any overlap or congestion, we want to spread them out with 8 blocks between them. Okay, so anyway, there's that. Let's lay these walnuts over here, I guess. We'll just give them a little bit of a difference. I'm not going to count these out that much or be too perfect with these because these trees, as soon as they grow, we're going to harvest them for more wood and stuff, people. So, wow. We've achieved a lot today, and I've got a lot more to go for sure. This ebony, I almost want to make that my priority now. But don't worry, we're going to hold off now that we've got this place kind of situated. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to wait to build a little cottage. Obviously, we want a nice little building up here on the side of this little cliff, and it's going to be nice and pretty, but I think now I'm going to wait till I get my hands on some more of this stuff, and it's going to play a key role in our build here, because I don't want to get started without it, if you know what I mean. So, but the priority is going to be the story content, so get ready, guys. We're going to have to slap together a sailboat, but then we're going to be on our way, and we're going to be equipped with hopefully some steel scale mail. So get pumped, everybody. And of course, if you're trying to avoid spoilers for the story content, don't worry. It should only take an episode or 2 for us to get through it and then collect loot or whatever we can do. And then, you can just skip a couple episodes and move on to the next one, hopefully. But appreciate everybody who's tuning in to the series. Really appreciate y'all. Make sure that you subscribe to me here on YouTube and follow me over on Twitch. The link is in the description. That way you'll catch all my live streams and stuff. But thank you once again, and I will see you all on the next one. Thank you for tuning into the video, everybody. I just want to take a brief moment to recognize my Patreons. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Your donations really do help make my work here on YouTube possible. And if anybody else out there would like to support the channel, the link to my Patreon is down in the description of this video. You can join our Discord, meet me and the other Patreons with our small and friendly community. Thank you once again.